going to do another one of these substitutions where there's just an extra step added because we just have to rearrange one of the equations. So let's have a look at exercise 4J, question 1F. So equation 1 is 3x plus 5y equals 8. Equation 2 is x take 2y equals negative 1. Okay, the question is asking us to solve the pair of simultaneous equations. So the first thing I need to do is, we're going to do this by substitution, is I need to get an x or a y on its own. This x is already doesn't have a coefficient, doesn't have a number in front of it. So I could actually rearrange. So I'm going to rearrange 2 to make x the subject. And all I need to do is move this, take away 2y to the other side. So I add 2y to both sides, and then I get x, take 2y plus 2y is 0, equals plus 2y, take away 1. And then this is equation 3. Now I've got x, and I can actually get rid of that plus 2y, that plus there, because it's implied there. So now I can substitute this as x into equation 1. So I'm going to substitute 3 into 1. So instead of x, I'm going to have 2y take 1. So let's go. 3, 2y take 1. So you can see here the x is now the 2y take 1, keeping it in brackets because it's 3 times the entire value for x. We still back it, equation 1 plus 5y equals 8. So we need to expand the bracket. 3 times 2y plus 3 times negative 1. So 3 times 2y plus 3 times negative 1. Still need this plus 5y equals 8. Let's now simplify it as best we can. So what have we got? 3 times 2y is 6y. Plus 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, so that's actually a take away 3. Plus 5y equals 8. I can collect my like terms. So 6y plus 5y is 11y. Take 3 equals 8. And now I get rid of this 3, add 3 to both sides. 11y equals 8 plus 3 is 11. So let's then divide both sides by 11. We're running out of board there. Okay, and so therefore y equals 1. So you can see that one there. So then what we have to do, once we've got y equals 1, we've got one value, we need to find the value for x. So we can substitute y equals 1, and the easiest equation to substitute it in is to equation 3 because that's already in the form of x equals. So we're going to substitute y equals 1 into equation 3. So here's equation 3. Here. So x equals 2y take 1, which equals 2 times 1 take 1, which equals 2 take 1, which equals 1. So therefore we have a value for y equals 1, and a value for x. So our solution is 1, 1, or x equals 1, y equals 1. Okay, you can also just do a quick check to make sure that your answers are right. So let's just substitute both into 1, to equation 1. So 3 times 1 plus 5 times 1 equals 8. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5 times 1 is 5. 3 and 5 is 8, so 8 equals 8. So this is just a check phase. Okay. Useful to do when they're quite complex, so you know you haven't made a mistake. Brilliant. Well done.